rap and produce for dummies. I'ma break this shit down as simple as possible. You starting from zero, you a beginner, you don't understand how to get your bounce, how to this, that, how to mix, how to record yourself, all that shit is finna be in this video. If you already know what you doing, this might be a little too basic for you, but it's probably gonna be some tips in here you ain't know, some plugins you ain't know, some little shit, so you might as well just go through and watch it. I'm just giving you the basics of the foundation you need to start making beats. If you hungry, you're gonna put that work in. You're gonna watch this whole thing, practice, take all the advice, figure out your own sauce, you feel me? It really is not that hard, bro. If I could do it, I know you niggas could do it. But yeah, lock in, enjoy this shit. Let me know if this shit helped. Leave a comment, like, subscribe, do all that. Hi-hats for dummies, nigga. If you just getting started, you don't know what to do. You just like, the fuck is this shit? FL Studio look crazy. I'm here for you, folks. I'm finna play shit from songs so y'all can hear like how simple it really is, and then I'm gonna break it down into actual beat type shit.
I got too many problems, I ain't worried about a peon.
See, you hear how like the hi-hats is just one way in this song. There's no changing up, none of that. Beethoven just kept it simple. The whole way through it's just,
oh, you having troubles, nigga, pull up, let me see one.
this shit look complicated. It's not. First thing that's important, you need kits. I can't stress this enough. If you don't got good kits, your beat gonna be ass. Join the Discord, get right. So boom, you drag it in, bow, you right click, first thing, fill each 2 steps. You click that, boom, it just do it for you. You don't gotta do shit else. Instantly, break it down. I sauced it up a little bit so it wouldn't be boring. I made it pan back and forth, you feel me? And I made the velocity go a little bit up and down. All you gotta do is go to the pencil right here, hold control, and just drag, select all of it. Or you could do control A. Then you go to this tool, click randomize, and then you tweak the pan and the velocity. I just tweaked it a little bit, and then you select bipolar right here. You feel me? And make it sound natural. Then I added a little bit of distortion. I turned it overly low because I don't want it to be too much. And then I turned the hi-hat down a decent amount because you don't want the hi-hat to be punching too heavy. You want it to sound like it's in the background. You feel me? I like to make it sound like it's in the background. That's just me. That's the simple hi-hat. That's the easiest hi-hat you can do. You don't want to think about it? Each 2. You feel me? Alright, so this is the next example.
On site, yeah. Rollers on ice, yeah. Get first class flights, yeah.
You see how like the hi-hat is low pitched and it's spaced out?
You ride it like a bike, yeah. Get a brand new wag, hey. Be quiet, don't brag.
This is my little bullshit version. For these hi-hats, when you look at it, you don't want too much going on, you feel me? Like, it's simple. I like to base it off of where the clap is at. Started out simple, before the clap, just 3. And then a roll of them before the clap, right? And then just spaced out right before the clap, and then you let it breathe after, you feel me? This is just good spacing. It's just super simple. I really just let the other instruments do the work in this beat. To do this roll right here, all I did was go up to this magnet, go to 1/3, and then you see how it's just way more space for you to put notes in, and I just filled it in. I don't know music theory, I don't know none of that shit. I just go by ear, you feel me? Listen to that song, I'm seeing the bounce that they did, and I just put that in here in my own way though, you know? Alright, so the next song example is Uzi Regular. Yeah, it bounced perfectly, like it's like this shit just. They can't find me, I blend it like camel. She try to try her like camel. It's not like folk shit, but it's my version, you feel me? Just play with the notes, have them go lower and shit, or higher, and see what sound good. Another thing that I do, when I got 3 in a row like this, I'll select all 3 and then just play with the velocity. Alright, this is the last example I got. Y'all hear how it's like regular and then it's just mad low hi-hats in the back. I got beer buns on my wrist. Blow your college fund. Hold my bitch. It's just a bounce. Now this my shit. Alright, Alright, so I freaked it out. I ain't gonna lie. I freaked it out. I went crazy. That's how I started. Boom, regular 2 each. And then I went in and before each clap, I just freaked it out. I'm freestyling shit. I ain't gonna lie. I'm just trying shit. Boom, I just made this little ladder. Clap, boom. Then here. You feel me? And then another one. And at the end, instead of each 2, another layer of low keys, each one. You feel me? I'm just trying shit. Like, there's no rules to this shit. Really, with all this shit, try shit, and then over time, you just got a bunch of different tricks to try every beat. I'm not really thinking when I'm doing this. I'm just trying shit and seeing, does it sound good? If it sound cool, fuck it, we leaving it. If it don't, fuck it. Let's say I'm just trying shit and this didn't work out, I just say fuck it and leave it at each 2. Hi-hats is as simple as just keeping a bounce. An easy way to make sure you got bounce is just make your pattern up to the 5. And then inside each pattern, the 3 is where you freestyle, you put something together, and then you select this, and then you do Control B, and it'll copy it over here. And then this second half, tweak it a little bit, but make sure it's the same majority as the first half. Then you take this, and then you copy it, and you do Make Unique. Then you tweak this one a little more. Not too much from the first half, but tweak it enough to where it's a little bit refreshing. You don't want too much going on. Hopefully this helped you understand like the basics. You don't need to know shit, but just having an ear. The best advice I can give is listening to music and just trying to copy things you like in a song. Go from there. You're gonna learn something while you trying to copy it. If you just starting making beats and you don't know what's going on, don't understand how to get the flow to bounce and blah blah blah, you watching what you need to be watching.
Love taking a chance, tone, time and gun. Left out of school, start selling rocks, bought me a drop. Cut your frames, cut your rings, cut your...
You see the clap, simple as fuck.
Homicide game, they gon' put you on Fox.
Snare, simple as fuck. I ain't gonna lie, it's mad. All these beats be simple. If you really sit down and just listen to your favorite songs, the beats are simple as shit. We start with the claps. I ain't gonna lie, when I start a beat from the beginning, all I start with is the clap first. That's how I start. Right? Every single song, this is what I do, I ain't gonna lie. Unless I'm doing a different type of beat. If it's a regular trap beat, this is what I start with. I don't even know what the fuck this is. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if this is a bar. I don't know what this is. But every other, I go boom. Every beat, that's what I do. As far as you want. I go up to the 5. Sometimes I'll go up to the 9 and have a long ass pattern. It's better to just go up to the 5, copy, and then change that one. You just click this button right here, like Make Unique, and then you could tweak it. Clap, super simple. Next, the snare. Snare is super simple too. It's certain spots that just work for snares. I learned this just off ear, like listening to beats. The 3rd, I don't think that's a bar. Is that a bar? No, whatever. Every set of 4, the 3rd one for a snare hit. So you go 3rd and then 1st, it just hit. That's fire right here. Or you could go 1st. You don't want to do too much with the snare. See how this one I went 3rd, 1st. Just play around with that and go by ear. Freestyle it. It's no rules for real, but it's just what sound good, you know? It's that simple, that's it.
Like a damn semester. Walk up in the club, had to change the weather.
Again, bro, the clap is simple as fuck.
Body seeking shelter. They asked me what I want, I said I want forever.
Come on, bro. It's that simple. I didn't even put no snare in this one because he didn't. You feel me? It's just that simple. And I just made the last one go low key on it. Real sauce is finding a good clap. You need good kits. You feel me? If you don't got good kits, you're fucked. I ain't gonna lie. You're fucked, dude. You're cooked. You're fucked. Shit. But yeah, you need good kits. So join the Discord, you're gonna get right. Besides the clap, the rest of the shit make the beat. But I only got hi-hat, 808, open hi-hat, clap. That's it. 4 instruments. You don't need too many instruments. Don't overproduce your beats. Make them as simple as you can, and that shit will hit. You need space for the raps. That's another tip that you need to know. Your beats gonna get worse the more extra shit you add. At that point, you just making beats for another producer to hear and be like, this hard. No, you making beats for music. You wanna make a hard song. Beat gotta be simple. Last example is gonna be a jerk beat.
The fruit smell like a fruit bat, orgasm blush, man, I'm in it till it's finished. I'm singing, man.
So you see, like in a jerk beat, the clap is low-key carrying the whole shit, and then the snare is just like a little background. This is my shit. Alright, so just the clap. It's way more going on than a regular trap beat. On a jerk beat, I like to space it out and then have a part where it's more going on, you know? I don't really know how to explain the bounce. I just go by ear, I ain't gonna lie. I would just say, look at how I laid it out, go off that, and try and go by ear. I don't really know how to explain this to teach it. The snare, I ain't wanna do too much. So on the second half, I had the snare roll out, like a spread out snare roll. Just makes sense. At the end, after everything already play out, boom, switch it up. You want to add some extra shit, you add that at the end just to change up the bounce. Don't overdo it. You gotta be able to do this to the beat. If you can't do this, that means it's too much going on. Your head don't even know what direction to go and shit, you know? Like, you gotta easily be able to... Feel me? But yeah, that's the super basics. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't really give y'all the craziest sauce. I gave y'all the foundation to build the house on, you know? The groundwork you gotta put in. If you already making beats, you a real producer and shit, you probably laughing at this shit. Like, no, this not for you, nigga. This for the niggas that on BandLab and shit never made a beat trying to fucking figure out FL. They need to see, you know, they need an inside look on how this shit works. This is hi-hat and snare rolls for dummies. Super easy. It'll add a little spice to your shit, you know? It's something you can play with. You can make it your own. This right here is literally just me going to 1/3 step and filling in between these. It's that simple. Now for the snare, you can either go to the snare on this and just fill it in like that. It's whatever. Or you can go to the piano roll, select it, go Control U, and it'll chop it into whatever you got set. However many grids is there, it'll chop it into exactly that. Feel me? I'm just doing shit. That's how you do it. Control U, freestyle. Finding the key for dummies. So finding the key for your 808, finding the key of the beat, figuring that out, laying the 808 or any drums in key. First thing you're gonna have to do is put your loop or your melody or whatever in a track and then put auto key on. So once you put auto key on, boom, you just play it. You get auto key from Anturis. If you got auto tune with Anturis, boom, you good. If you don't, join the Discord, gonna get right. If you can't find it or you're not trying to get the plugins, use this website. I'm gonna put the link in the bio. It's a perfect site. It tells you the BPM and the key, quick as fuck, accurate as shit. You just drag it in here, boom, it's gonna tell you the key, BPM, and it's gonna be right almost every time. So you find the key, then you go here, click this, go to view, scale highlighting, and then if it's minor, you pick this. If it's major, you pick this. Set it to the right one, and then for the 808, another thing I like to do is I go to the sound, I right click, edit in audio editor, click this right here, and then detect pitch region. Now it's a C2 sharp. So boom, right click on the key, and then once you go to the piano roll, it's gonna be in key. Make sure that you only lay shit in the highlighted parts. You go in the dark ones, it's gonna be out of key. So you just freestyle laying shit out in the highlighted ones, you know, and then just pick what sounds best to you. And then you can do that for all your drums. So just make sure they all in the highlighted, and then everything will stay in key. It's that simple though. Other than that, like, it's really not much to it. It's really easy as fuck. Just make sure everything is in key and your beat's gonna be banging, feel me? So you don't know how to do 808s? I got you. I ain't gonna lie, over everything, that shit was the hardest part for me. Like, making sure my 808s was right, and then like knowing like how to not do too much. Cause my favorite part is the 808, so it's real easy to just overdo that shit. So yeah, that's what I'm here for, you feel me? Trying to help the past me. I'm trying to be the one that helped the me from back then. Cause that's you now. You get me?
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
808s for dummies though, let's go.
Pop out the car flexing like Sylvester. No sir. Bitches pulled up in an I-8 roaster.
Like, everything's simple. The 808 simple, the hi-hat simple. I mean, you just gotta make sure it bounce. Feel me? The 808 don't change. It's just one straight through. All right, let's break this down. The first thing I do when I'm about to lay an 808 is take whatever the mel is, put it on one track, and then auto key that shit. So if you don't got auto key, you need this, and it come with the auto tune. You get Anturas, and it come with auto key. If you don't got that, join the Discord. You're gonna get right. So you play it. Okay, so every key has a equivalent. So if it's a flat like this, D flat major, I just look up the equivalent. Equivalent to this is C sharp. So boom, you just go here, view, scale highlighting, C sharp. If it's minor, you pick this one, minor neutral. Now the highlights will be where your 808s can go. Everywhere else where it's dark, it'll be out of key. Some of the highlighted ones still won't sound good. That's why you just go through and make sure it sounds good. Another thing I do is I go to the magnet and I make sure it's on cell. When I'm laying 808s, I like to start, like sometimes I might go into 1/3 step, but I like to do it on cell, especially in the beginning to lay out the basics, you know what I mean? Find the key, you lay out the basics, you wanna keep it simple. You want the 808s to bounce, but you don't want it to be too boring. You gotta leave space in between the other instruments that's there. That's why I do 808s last. I do claps first, hi-hats, snares if I'm gonna add snares, then the 808s. You lay them out as simple as you can around the other drums. Just simple. Now after I lay it out, I put it on the track just for the 808. This is really what I do every time right here. Sound goodizer, it just make it sound more full. I don't know how to really explain that, I ain't gonna lie. I'm not a fucking engineer, you feel me? I just be putting shit on that sound good to me. Then the fruity paramedic, whatever the fuck, EQ2. Do EQ2, don't do the other one. And then you do this. I do this to all my 808s. Just copy this, bro. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I stole this from my homie. Just do that on every 808 and it'll make it hit harder. Then the rest, like, you don't need that. Then the limiter. So this is gonna make sure that your 808 don't go past a certain level. You don't want it to be too loud. So I just turn up the gain, and then this is where you put the control. The green line is where it won't go past. It would have been all the way up here, but I just made sure it clips a little bit. And then my last tip for real to make your 808s hit is you select all. I didn't even do it yet. And then hold alt and just scroll with your mouse. You make sure all these down here on the velocity is turned all the way up. And then boom, you got hard hitting 808s. I don't do this on every beat, but good sauce is sliding. So you go here, click this little corner, and then this note is gonna be a slide note. So any 808, when it play out, it's gonna slide based on where this key is at. It's gonna make the note before it slide. You feel me? Or you can go even higher. Depending on where you put it, it's gonna slide harder. You gotta do it with some sauce though, you feel me? You gotta finesse that shit. Good sauce right there. It take a boring 808 pattern and like spiced up. Just don't overdo that shit though, I ain't gonna lie. You gotta do it with taste.
Try lie me, I came with some ammo. It's in line and I'm trim like a lamb. No, I'm not right.
It's a good bounce. It's spaced out perfect. You don't wanna clutter your shit with a bunch of 808s. You feel me? Like, perfectly spaced out. You don't need too much. You just base it off of the drum. Basically, it's all one note. I turned up the velocity and then I put it in the rack, mix it, limit it. You done. You feel me? You just gotta keep it simple. Like the pattern I go off, I'm gonna just start with a brand new one to show you exactly how I laid out. So boom, I start right there, and I'm either going here or the second. You feel me? So when you go to the second one, the second box, the next one gonna be on the line. Or if you go on the line, the next one gonna be on the second box. That's the best balance. Like, this is on the line. So the next one either gotta be here or here. Or, you feel me? So if I go here, then the next one gonna be in the middle. That's the best balance. Like on the dark line, so it's either the middle or the dark line. But I don't like it like that. I like it like this. Another thing you could do, go 2 boxes before a key and then hold control and up, and it'll go like 12 up. Feel me? Like, just slight sauce. I'm not gonna do that for this one, but like, that should be hitting sometimes. But that's the super basics. I just dumbed it down to the lowest level for you to understand. If you understand that and you do it, you practice what I just explained, you're gonna get the hang of it and just start freestyling this shit. The bounce is just perfect. My birthday. breathe, you feel me? Slide. So basically, this one is a little more complicated than the other one in terms of how many notes I use. I just stuck to the formula. Stayed in the highlights, turned up the velocity on all of them. All the same shit over here. When I do kicks, I copy and paste my 808 straight into the kick the same way. And then I just turn the kick down. I don't really play with the kicks too much. I don't know if that's how you're supposed to do it or not. I ain't gonna lie. That's just what I do. Some real sauce is open hats. You just turn down the open hat. And if you got 3 notes in a row, sometimes you can do 2. Boom. Put it exactly where the 808 is. Turn that shit down. That shit sound hard. And then with the open hat, sometimes I'll do like a Fruity Love filter on it, twinkle, so pan back and forth, or I'll go to it and pan it one way, and then I'll pan the Vox one way. The way I mix them, I'll have the 808 the loudest, the clap under that, snare under that, and then the hi-hats either around the snare volume or lower than that, and then the rest just kind of freestyling it. The last thing you need to know is use point loops and this whole shit right here, the envelope shit. All the use point loops thing does is when you lay a note, after it plays, it keeps going. You feel me? So if you got an 808 like this, right? This will just keep going. If you got use point loops, it'll just keep repeating itself. It only stops when you drag out the key. So if I got use point loops on and I drag it out like this, it'll play this whole time until here. If I don't do that and I just have a note like this, it'll play until the next note. It's a little complicated, but it's not. Feel me? I don't use it all the time. I just use it for certain 808s. But when you do have that on, you need to use this. This determines how it sounds. With envelope, I just turn everything down except hold and then go from there. See how at the end, it just cuts off. So if I cut the hold down and then cut this up a little bit, it'll like fade out. You just play with this and make sure the 808 sound right when it play out. And then if anything sound weird, just turn this off. That's the simplest way I could put it. That is everything you need to know to make sure your 808 sound aight. I'm gonna do another video on finding the key to your beat, finding the key of your 808, but that's the basics. This is why your 808s bounce like shit. You niggas is doing too much. That's what y'all shit be sounding like. Like, bro, that shit is ass. I get where you trying to go, but it's like every pocket you hear, you're taking that opportunity. You don't gotta do that. You don't gotta fill every space with an 808. Listen to this though. Perfectly spaced out enough, and this is also doing a little too much, like a little bit, but it's just enough to where like it got enough space for you to have a bounce with it. You feel me? If it's too much, then the bounce just don't hit. That's my go-to word when it comes to producing. Simple. Just be fucking simple. Stop thinking you gotta do the most. You know, like the hardest songs don't be having shit going on. It be having certain unique things here and there, but it's spaced out. First thing, when you lay an 808, you gotta go and do cut yourself.
Let's try that again.
You go to the channel rack and you right click on the 808 and then choose cut itself. Cut itself, make it so when the next 808 play, it just cuts. If you don't do that, it's gonna play the last note through the next note. So it'll be one note playing and then another note playing at the same time. So you have to do cut itself. Once you do that, you have to find the key. If you don't know how to keep it in key, go watch the video I already made. My advice is just what I do. I'm a rapper. I just taught myself how to do this shit. If you a producer and you do shit a different way, cool. Understand my advice is just me trying to help him out for that knows nothing. Before I even start laying my 808s, I always put the grid on cell. So basically what I do is every time I start with one note in the very beginning, then I go off the grid. The easiest way to explain it is the dark line and then the middle line that's light. Go back and forth between that. This is basically a dark line, this first one. So boom, I'm starting here, right? So to me, the bounce hit better when the next one is on the middle line. Then the next one is on the dark line. So now the next one doesn't have to be the middle line right here. It can be this dark line. You know what I'm saying? Like you go by ear, but that's the easiest way to figure it out as you go. When you want to do close notes, boom. Black line, middle line next to each other. That's me putting it in baby terms. The rest you can figure out just playing it around, but that's the easiest way to like picture it so you can figure out how to get your bounce, just to make sure that your 808s are at least even on the grid correctly. After knowing that, you have to make the right decisions with taste, not overdoing it. You have to know not to do too much. You can go even simpler and do one note all the way through and keep that bounce consistent. Like, it don't gotta be too much going on. The simpler you make it, the easier it is to rap. The simpler you make it, the harder it hit. The simpler you make it, the better it bounce. Now, another way to go about your 808 is with point loops and having your 808 cut off. So if you got point loops right here turned on, and you got an 808 that's like this, where it's long and dragged out, what you do is you go to the envelope. I'll just reset everything. So when you go to the envelope, it's gonna start like this, right? You turn everything down except for hold. Now this determines how long it plays out. Depending on how long it is, if I cut it mad short, then it just plays a little bit. Or I can drag it out and it'll play longer, but it's cutting off because I don't have the decay on. So now when I go a little longer on the decay, it fades out. Okay? So you play with that how you want it. When point loops are on, when you drag a note out, it cuts it where the note ends. When you do a regular note like this, it plays until the next one or until it decays. Feel me? It's still simple, but it adds more interest to it because it cuts off. It just changes it up a little bit. It make it bounce a different type of way. But that's the basics of laying it out correctly. You play with that and you'll get better and better. Stop doing all that bullshit where you overdoing your beats. Stop overdoing your shit. Stop overdoing that shit. You gotta stop overdoing that shit. Stop overdoing it. You niggas be making bullshit. You gotta stop overdoing your beats, gang. Keep it simple and make sure your shit bounce.
Pause, bro.
I never heard nothing that crazy.
If you feel like your 808s just could sound better, do these few tips, your 808s gonna be sounding fire. 808s for dummies. Alright, so the first thing I always do is put the mel on the track, right? And then you gotta EQ it. I just take out this first half up to here. Depending on the mel, it's always gonna be a little different. You could do a little more, a little less. Boom. So then this space in the EQ is gonna be where the 808 is gonna be heavy. You need to leave this open because if it's not, all the sounds of the mel and the 808 gonna muddy it out, you know? So you need the space open for the 808. Then you need to find the key of the 808. I already got a video on that, so if you ain't watched that, go watch that. Should be good enough. Once I EQ the melody, I like to sidechain a kick. To do that, I just copy and paste the exact same notes from the 808 onto the kick, right? I just right click on this arrow and then click sidechain to this track. Boom. Then you can control how much the volume of the kick affects the 808. I just do this by ear. And then on the 808, some shit I'll do, turn all these down, slightly turn this up, this one. What this does is this beginning part of the 808 fades in a little bit. Right here, the kick will hit. You feel me? So this part of the kick is gonna play while this part of the 808 is faded right here. You don't have to do that. That's just something I do. Alright, so the next tip is you go right here and it's gonna be mod X, mod Y. I change it to LPX2 and then you tweak this and it just make it sound. You just play with it, bro. Okay. Alright, besides that, some more sauce right here. You click this and then it'll be the boost knob and the pogo knob. So the pogo knob is basically going to smoothly pitch your 808 to different pitches. And then the boost knob, it just overly... If you want your shit to sound overly like broken speaker turned up all the way, then you blast the boost. Alright, next tip that everybody do is the soft clip. The way everybody do this shit is just turn this one all the way down and then turn this one to the point where it's like this, like around here. You gotta go by ear, like you don't want it to be too much, but you gotta put it on the master track. I ain't gonna lie, bro, don't ask me for the technicals. I don't fucking know. I'm not a scientist with this shit. I just know what to click and what sound good. I click this button and make it sound like that and I like it. You niggas be in the comments acting like fucking surgical doctors and shit. Like I don't fucking know, bro. Shit's tough. Besides that, I'm not gonna lie. Niggas gonna be mad at me for this because you niggas was already mad at me when I did it before. This is another thing I like to do. I like to add sound goodizer. Suck my fucking dick. Get the balls too. I ain't gonna do it right now. But that's just a little tip. Like if you want to try that, go ahead, try that. Another thing is Fruity Wave Shaper. You want to do some distortion to your shit, this is the way to go. You could do it all type of ways. You want to make a unique distortion, you can play around with this shit. I'll just be sticking to the soft clipper, but that's another option for y'all, you feel me? The next one, I ain't gonna lie, I love this plugin. My favorite way to play with the 808. So I be turning off these two. Just play around with these settings. You got all these options right here to play around with and just find the sound that you like on some unique shit. Without it, with it, you feel me? really no fucking rules. I don't want to see y'all in the fucking comments. Tell me what I should and shouldn't do. There's no fucking rules in this shit. Damn, you niggas be annoying. Some real sauce for you niggas that like distortion is Neutron Exciter 4. If you want this plugin, just join the Discord and it's right there for you. So boom, you turn up the excitement. And it just makes it sound like unique, crisp sounds. If you want a laser dim type of 808, this plugin will make any 808 sound like that. You feel me? You play around with this, you're gonna get some overly different sounds. The last thing that I like to do is trash. It's literally called trash. This plugin is fucking sauce. I do this damn near every time. You can play around with all these settings, all this shit. If you want this plugin, join the Discord, you're gonna get right. But this is sauce, I ain't gonna lie, I love this plugin. You want to distort it on some clean, like crisp shit, boom. Just like convolve shit. I'm not sure how to explain that. It just matter what you going for. You could do whatever. All mixed together, this shit sound crazy. It's all a taste preference thing. There's no rules. You could just use the 808, no nothing on it, and leave it how it was. Or you could add all the sauce that I gave you, play with the settings, find your own sound. You feel me? I'm just the messenger, folks. Use them tools and go make some fire. This is how to chop samples like a I'm here to put niggas on. Like, I want to make some shit that I needed. I had to figure this shit out just trying shit. So it's like, I might as well share this shit, put niggas on, and then like, you know, next young nigga gonna come up. I'ma keep it a buck, bro. I was playing with fucking Edison and shit. Fuck all that. I'm finna show you niggas how to really do this shit the right way. First thing you gotta do is get this right here. Serato sample. This make everything so fucking easy, bro. It take away all the complications. Like, it just is. You gonna see, watch. I'm finna sample Marvin Gaye. I ain't gonna lie. Every site I'm using, I'm gonna put in the bio to download, cause this is the best site to use for videos and MP3s. Then I'm gonna put y'all on to how to get Serato. Just join the Discord, it's gonna be in there. How to buy this shit. You gonna get the link in the Discord on how to buy this shit. You know what I'm saying? Alright, so drag your sample in. When you get Serato, the first thing is, the main thing, don't put it in the channel rack. That shit, I had to learn that on my own. Like, gang, there's nobody on YouTube really showing you, like, bro, you don't put it there. You have to go to the fucking, this shit. I don't even know what this is called. What the fuck is that called? Whatever. You go here, and then you add it from here, right? Click find samples. Boom. It chops it up for you, right? Now it's all this. It tells you the BPM. So if you want, this is the cool thing. Like, with other shit, you gotta play around with the BPM and shit. Whatever BPM the project is set to, it'll like speed or slow down the sample for you in Serato. You feel me? So you don't gotta really worry about it. It's up to you how fast you want the beat to be, and it'll adjust it. And boom, go to the piano roll. Now it's already laid out for you. Now, before I lay it out, depending on what the sample is, I'll either like take all the drums out and only leave the instruments, or I'll only do the voice. This is what is so fire about Serato game. It'll let you lay it out and chop it. It'll chop it for you, and then you can pick what fucking parts of the song you like. What the hell, bro? Why are you using anything else? Niggas gatekeep this shit, bro. I was so mad when I found this out. Like, gang, you niggas didn't tell me about this. You niggas didn't let me know that it was this easy. You can pick the voice. Boom, chop that up if you want. Or let's just add that. Fuck it, just no drums. Fuck it. Like, this is simple, but it chopped it perfectly. You feel me? Like, I didn't have to think too hard. Like, Now let's see, like, you know, just play around with it now. Like, it's easy as fuck. That shit just made everything so simple. You don't need brain cells to do this. I low-key like it. That's that though, like Serrato's the sauce, bro. Chop shit like a easy. Trusted you, I'm done with that. She money like a laundromat. Used to want you like I wanted that. I was fucked up, but I'm coming back. Fuck you and fuck you. I said fuck you and fuck you. Fuck you and fuck you. Fuck you and fuck you. Ain't gonna do what I wanna do. How to chop samples like a nigga. Part 2. Not playing with these niggas, man. You didn't catch part 1? Showed you how to use Serato. This time I'm really gonna make some shit. Alright, let's start. First tip, I ain't gonna lie. Shout out Matt Proxy. I had seen this shit and this nigga low-key gave a gem. Make a new YouTube channel. Only go through and watch samples, like samples, interact with sample content. Your feed is just gonna be full of all type of shit. And I do this with Instagram. I got hella accounts for different content and shit where my algorithm specific shit, you feel me? But this is fire because I be finding all type of shit.
Guess I'll throw away
that piano tough. Make a hit, Janet.
Feel somebody please.
Tough. How to chop samples like a nigga. Alright, bet.
I'll help you. Feel.
Like it's a better 808 than that. Woo, shit. Touch today. Just thinking about that pay. How much bread you touch today? Why she all up in my face? Oh, so thirsty, give me brain. You say that your ass a lame. Some quick shit, man. This easy. Believe me. Stop playing. Beat and song. Just gotta get up and get to that shit, man. Wake up thinking about that pay. How much bread you touch today? Why she all up in my face? Oh, so thirsty, give me brain. She say that your ass a lame. I'm like, oh shit, this pussy pain. I'm like, oh shit, let's make it rain. I'm like, oh shit, forgot it. Beat arrangement for dumb. You don't know how to arrange your beats, just start now. I'm finna show you how to do it the right way. Some niggas don't arrange their beats and they get platinum records. Fucking lay that shit out, export it, barely mix it, and niggas make hits on that. But if you wanna make some fire shit, good bounce, not boring and shit, arrange your beat. It's mad easy. So let's say you got 2 patterns like this. First, I'm gonna go to the left and right click on the pattern and click split by channel. Now all the parts inside that shit gonna separate. And then this one, boom, do it again. Split by channel. Now all the parts gonna be separated. Drag them in. You just finesse it like this. 90% of the time, I'm gonna have the magnet set to cell. Now, okay, it's all laid out. Now that I got it laid out like this, I can separate each one and make changes to each instrument in different parts of the beat. So you just click this top left and click make unique, boom. Now the hi-hats, I can just change on this specific part. I just take this out, and then maybe delete everything. Feel me? Delete everything before the 808 come back in, just to space it out. That's the basic. Changing the hi-hats, making it unique, making differences throughout the beat, keep it interesting. Don't gotta overdo this part though. If you wanna try different arrangements, you go up to here, click arrangement, clone, Boom. Now you got another one. Go to this one, try some different shit. Instead of losing that, just freestyle it a different way. Some light sauce, the way you arrange it, that makes the beat. Now when a nigga rap on it, certain parts hit harder and it makes a rapper fuck with it more. You could take a boring ass beat and add the right drops, add the right switches, make it harder than it was. This is automation for dummies. I ain't gonna lie, you don't need this, but you can sauce your beat up in ways that a lot of producers don't do, cause niggas be lazy. A lot of people don't automate nothing in they beat. Some niggas do though, and they be making some crazy shit. So I'm gonna show you how to do this. So boom, let's say you got your mel on this track on 1. So boom, you go here. I'm gonna just add Fruity Love Filter, right? Boom, make it default. Whatever is here that you want to automate, you right click and then go to create automation clip. Boom, it's gonna be an automation clip here. You can do this with anything. So let's say you want to automate the volume. You can right click this knob, create automation clip, or panning. I think this is panning. Right click, create automation clip. Let's say in something more complicated, you want to automate like a specific thing in a plugin. You just tweak that specific thing you want to automate, because it won't let you if you right click it. You go to tools, last tweak, create automation clip, boom. That specific knob is automatable. So to automate now, you right click to create like a dot, and then you right click again, and then boom. Wherever it's gray, it's turned up all the way. Wherever it's dark, it's turned down. So let's say we just want it to turn off right before it come in. Feel me? It's that simple. That's how you automate. How your vocals sound like shit. When you record it, sound like ass. You wondering like, what am I doing wrong? Look, this how your shit sound.
Fuck the face right on the couch. Yeah. I told that bitch to bounce. You gotta go. I was down, no one around. Thinking about this shit right now. My brother in the fed. Free tea. I'm geeked up on these meds. So I got 2 tens in my bed. Not the purse, the ones with his. I'm living like
Oh shit. That's how your shit be sounding, like fucking ass. If you do the right thing, you get the preset and you do it right, it's gonna sound like this.
I could give a shit about what a nigga talking about. Money up, I made it out. You wanna fuck, I wanna mount. I fucked her face right on the couch. Then I told that bitch to bounce. I was down, no one around. Thinking about this shit right now. My brother in the fed. Free tea. I'm geeked up on these meds. Only got 2 tens in my bed.
Feel me? You can make it happen, bro. It's not that complicated. I'm gonna put the link in the description. You download this shit, you gonna get right. Just drag and drop. If you're gonna use the preset, all you do is go to a track, right click, go to file, open mixer track state, and then boom. This is the main preset right here. You need Anturas. If you don't have Anturas, join the Discord in the description. Get it right. Find the key to beat, you add the preset, you put the auto-tune in the right key, and then you tweak the rest here. Like, everything is literally the best way it needs to be. 90% all stock. This is what you pay for. You feel me? Like, pay for the preset, you get my compressor. This is like the secret sauce right here. If you don't have this, it won't sound as crisp, but you can still make it work by just copying everything I got. And then slight extra sauce if you want to freak it out. I like to add a fruity chorus. I don't even touch it. I just add it and turn it down right here. For the ad-libs, it's basically the same shit. It's 90% stock except for the compressor and fresh air, which you can also get in the Discord. Once you got the preset ready, when you're about to record, depending on how you like to do it, if you like to hear yourself with all the effects already on and hearing everything that you're saying live, you can record straight from the track where the preset is on. If you don't want to hear yourself with all the effects on, or even at all, what you do is you go to a blank track, go to input, you pick whichever input your mic is on. I don't like hearing myself at all. I don't want to hear anything in my headphones except for the beat. So I go on a blank track. This thing right here at the bottom, you click it. It's gonna be like this already where the line is there. That means everything is going through the headphones from this track. Click this. Now you won't be able to hear yourself while you're recording. That's how I do it. Once you lay a vocal and record it, you go to the audio of it, double click, and then at the top it'll say track, and you pick which track the preset is already on. Mine is on 2, so boom, you go here, set it to 2. Now it'll have all the preset effects on your audio. Now some sauce that niggas don't know about is is throat.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
The fuck is...
We need a commercial break. We need a commercial break.
Pause though, but throat is clutch. Basically, in this specific version of Venturas, I don't like using the newer one. I like using this specific version. If you want this version, you can get it in the Discord. Make sure it's on format, and then throat will turn on. Now you can change the throat. It fuck with the way your voice sounds in a different way. It just sounds so unique. I'll just overturn it up and you'll hear it.
I could give a shit about what a nigga talking about. Money up, I made it out. She wanna fuck, I want a mouth.
Add that a little bit, and that's the perfect touch to just add that spice. That mixed with the chorus, super crisp, fire, unique vocals. That's me though. You could go no throat. You feel me? You can go no throat. You don't gotta do throat, but that shit is tough. That's my little, that's my little extra tip I'm gonna give y'all. Besides that, you get the preset, you're gonna get right. It's the easiest way to record an FL with crisp audio.
Brother in the Fed, free tea. I'm geeked up on these meds. Only got 2 10s in my bed. Not the purse, the ones with heads. I'm living life like Tony. Fuck a model, hoe, she bony.